Hi guys, I'm Pranobus. I'm the founder and managing member of Incarnate Gaming, and thank you guys for spending out with us today. So Incarnate Gaming is really all about uh, finding a place, a game environment where the limitation is our imagination. If we can think up some crazy way to defeat this boss, to solve that puzzle, we can try it. Now some things are more likely than others to succeed, but because we're tying back into the human mind, because we're working with the human mind, we don't have the limitations that an AI-based game has. Well, unless the programmer designed it to handle that in advance, it can't handle it. And that means that if you come up with some really, really creative way to handle a situation, you can defeat a boss way above your level. Now, it also means that there's probably going to be a huge amount of risk in trying that. You can still try it. So if you're wondering how that's even possible to have a game based off of the human mind instead of off of an AI, really ties into the difference between video games, which is what most of us are used to, and tabletop games. Tabletop games are a game that traditionally were played with paper and pencil, but we're now starting to play with computers, so we can use some more automation with them. But still, the final decision on what's happening and what happens and is not, and how successful things are, go to die rolls and to a referee of sorts, a neutral interpreter of the rules that's playing the game with you, without a character in the game, that we often call game master. And that referee, as he's playing with you, as he's guiding you through this and is speaking the lore and describing these high-arched caverns or beautiful cathedrals, or whatever you happen to be exploring, as he spins out this story in front of you, then you get to start asking questions. Start poking holes, start swinging your swords, start shooting your bows, having a blast with your friends, solving these puzzles, slaying dragons. You get to have the same experience the video games offer, except without the limitations of the AI. Now, why isn't this more common? Why isn't it all over the place and completely driven out video games? In my opinion, the big reason why is it's tough to get into the genre. It used to be that you had to read a 100-page book to have a chance of making a character correctly, and it's just all of these rules, and it's so confusing and overwhelming. And since then, used by computers to automate a lot of this and to help streamline the process, it's become a lot easier. And with the Incarnate Engine, it's becoming far easier even yet, where we can automate a lot of the fact coding and other things. It's just there. You're wondering about you have a trait on grappling, you're wondering what are the rules for grappling, and there's a button at the bottom. You click the button, and there are the rules for you to review. It's just all linked, so you can read the relevant sections instead of the entire book, at least to get started. And that means instead of reading a 100-page book and all of this other work, we can get you up and running to play a game with a pre-gen in probably a half hour. Now, pre-generated characters means you're playing what someone else made, and that's fun, but it's not as fun as if you take the time to go through a character creation course, which is offered for free at the Fantasy Grounds College. I include links below. But anyways, going through that class tends to take somewhere between 2 to 4 hours and gets you all the way up and ready to run in a basic game, in the league that I'm ahead of, the Explorers Guild, or elsewhere as well. The bigger question is, what does it take to get a game master up and running? Because they do need to know the rules and know how to respond to things. My goal, currently, it takes probably about 10 hours. My goal is to continue to streamline it and link in the rules so that they're aware of the needs and get it down to about 4 hours. And I think it's doable. The Incarnate Engine takes a lot of the burden off of our shoulders. It gives you a lot of places, well, if they walk into a city, you can just click a button and you have a city. If they are looking for a specific thing inside of that city, you can scroll down and see if it's in the list. If not, you can add it if you want to. And by adding it, I mean you click up the building list, you click the building type you want, you click generate, and it is there and ready to go. Really, using the computer makes it so that we can roll thousands of dice in a matter of just a couple of seconds and have the results recorded and logged in a logical fashion that makes it easy for us to look through our session and campaign notes in the future. Even to have it tied back onto a map, so that when we're wandering around on the map, moving tokens around on a map, and we come back to the city, there's a pin there which we click, and now we have all of the information on the city. on all of the buildings, on all of the people. It's just there, which is phenomenal and makes it so much easier for us to run games. So much easier for people to get into running games. So much easier. And as it becomes easier, as the learning curve becomes lower and lower and easier to get into the genre, I think that the ability to use anything in your imagination is so powerful. It's going to be drawing a lot of people from the video game community. They've wondered about it, have considered it, have recognized names such as Dungeons & Dragons or Pathfinder, but have never had the time to really figure out what it's about, and have never had the time to learn how to play. And so if this sounds intriguing to you and you want to learn more about how you and your friends can get involved, like the video, follow down below, and also look in the links, because there's one link that takes you to the Incarnate Gaming website where you can get a bunch of content for free. There's another link that'll take you over to the Fantasy Grounds College where they'll teach you how to use all of that stuff for free. Why is it free? Well, we're set up to work for tips. So if you really like this, you can send some tips our way. But the main thing is we want you to come and have fun with us. We want the software to be available even for people who can't afford to buy software, even if they're living in some third world country. And yes, we have people playing with us from around the world. They cannot pay American prices for video games. And I also want it to be available for those that are broke college students and are struggling to get by, and quite frankly, that can be some tough times on people. When you're discovering yourself and you don't know who you are. And for those that are struggling with depression, I want this to be a safe place for them to come and have fun with us. For us to go through this together and to be a better community. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to this video. God bless y'all, and I hope to see you personally soon.